Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Power Up call. And sorry for a little bit of delay, but we had some tiny technical issues, but now everything is set and we are ready to go. I see a lot of participants joining today, which is great. And also hello to everybody who is joining and who is just saying hello in the chat. We have great topics today prepared. We have a guest speaker today. And of course, before we get started, I want to mention that because we have a huge Hungarian crowd, we have an interpretation in place. And maybe Gergely, I know most of you know you already. I would love you to say hello. Maybe you can shortly show up. Thanks for joining and taking over the translation today. So for everybody of you who wants to take part in the Hungarian translation, just want to give you some guidance how to use it if you are connected through your smartphone, whether that is an Android or an iPhone. Please check the three little dots in the bottom of your smartphone. If you go there, you can choose language interpretation. You can tap Hungarian if you want to, and it is disturbing for you to hear the original audio, you can mute it, and then you are completely just in the Hungarian section, and then you click done, and then you are connected to the interpretation. If you are joining through a PC, it's kind of similar. You look for that little globe below, you click interpretation, you choose the language you want to listen to. And of course, same here, optional. If you want to mute the original audio, you can do that with the specific button. All right, so far, I hope the technical part is set. I want to make sure we can start now. And to those who do not know me yet, my name is Katja Pöhlmann. I am a business development manager here at ASEA since June last year, and I am supporting the Germanic-speaking key leaders, but of course also other accounts, and of course supporting the ASEA team here in Europe in general. And we have a few topics prepared for today, and I want to just quickly go through them so you know what will come today. First of all, we will have a guest speaker today. I'm very happy he is here. It's Martin Suchý, Double Diamond from Czechia. He will talk a little bit about how to take a lead, especially if you are having a international team or a team that you have to work with from different time zones. Secondly, I would like to re-promote some of the incentives that we have going on, things that you can focus on, whether you are a leader or whether you are at a lower rank level. Then we have a highlight because we're going to have a new promotion as of today, which I will explain later. And of course, you all know our Ascent qualification period is about to end, and I want to recognize the qualifiers that we have so far in this incentive. And then I would like to promote some upcoming trainings that you can expect in the next week. So let's get started straight away. I don't want to let you wait any longer. We have today Martin Suchý, and I'm very happy Martin is joining today because Martin is actually in Malaysia, so he's in a different time zone. And Martin, I appreciate very much that you're being here today, participating in this call and talking about how to take the lead, especially when you have a team with multiple nations that are located in different time zones. I would love to talk to you a little bit how to build such a team, how to motivate them. And I would like to talk a little bit about you as well. You are a very young leader. You have been over 5 years in this business at ASEA, and you joined in February 2019, and Martin got double diamond in August 2020. And I want to say very welcome, Martin. I hope you are connected. Or maybe you are not connected. Okay, let me take a look. I think Martin fell out. He is back. Okay. Okay, sorry. I think now I have Martin back in the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm very sorry for this technical challenge.
No worries, no worries.
When you asked me to join, and then I said awesome, and it locked me out.
No worries, no worries. We had some technical issues in the beginning, so I think that kind of is connected together. Anyhow, glad we got you back, Martin, and I already announced you a little bit. And Martin, you are actually originally from Czechia, but you're currently living in Malaysia. And you're also doing the business from there. Maybe you can give us a little bit of your background. How did it happen that you started the business actually in Malaysia?
Yeah, very happy to. Thank you for inviting me. And I really appreciate all you do. You, Katja, and the whole ASEA Europe management. You are a fantastic team. So I'm looking forward to live in Europe soon and be in touch with all of you even more often. So I was just thinking, people all around the world, they want the same things when it comes to dreams, goals, the freedom, relationship, money, time. So Asians, they probably like more spicy food than Europeans. But other than that, there is not much differences when it comes to approaching the business and how to build it. So I started my journey in network marketing when I was 19. I'm at one of the biggest network marketing companies. So 10 years later, in 2019, when I was told about ASEA, then I already knew what network marketing can deliver, the level of freedom that, I knew it's worth it. So I was not doubting network marketing. Of course, I didn't know anything about the molecules like most of us. Before I signed up, I remember going home from work every day for 3-4 hours, watching every video, even after I signed up, maybe for one more week. So I was very, very curious. I wanted to learn as much as I can. I just recall Gergel is translating me, so I should slow down. And so I was really excited about this. And I was also very surprised with the possibility to build this business online. Because with the previous network marketing company, in those 10 years, I have done a lot of in-person meetings, hotels, lobby, coffee shops, restaurants, both in Czech Republic and in London, because I used to live in London. So that's how I get to know Zoltan, my current upline, direct upline, who was my upline with the previous company as well. So when I asked him, so how are we gonna do this business if you are in UK back then 5 years ago and I'm in Czech, because I only know how to meet in person. And he said, Martin, don't worry, everything will be online. We will send people the videos. We will do trainings online. Everything will be online. And I was 29 years old, so maybe like young, innovative, and I couldn't imagine online because the only thing I knew was meeting people in person,
Yes.
and showing them the products. So ASEA surprised me in many ways in those last 5 years, but always in a positive way. So I started ASEA, to be honest with you, very frankly. Even after I joined, I was not 100% sure this is the company I will build my future, because for the 10 years experience with the previous company, you build some relationships with people there and with the products and with the company.
Yes.
But I was thinking, if I gave it a try for 1 year and I really work hard, I'm not just gonna sign up and sit around, look around, but I will actively build it and nothing will happen in 1 year. I can always go back because that company is around for a million years already. So I always could go back. But I was thinking, if I not gonna join ASEA, then I might regret in the future that the perfect timing, I could be at the beginning of something huge, a revolutionary breakthrough. So I didn't want to regret. So I said, let's do it. And I approach ASEA building this business a bit differently than with the previous company, because with the previous company, since I was quite young, I didn't feel that urgency. I naturally delay, postpone things. So when I started ASEA, I realized I have to find some emotional, urgent goal, something not just I want for me, but something I want for other people close to my heart, my grandmothers, for example, because obviously for them time is much more precious than for me when they are 45 years older than me. So because normally people would have peak of their career maybe in a corporate or in a business around 40s, late 40s maybe, and I was 29. So I wanted to build it not just for me, but for somebody who, don't have that much time. So I think this is very, very important. This is what I teach people in my team, because many times people give up on their own dreams and goals. But when they promise something to do, certain lifestyle to their kids, or the parents, or the husband, or us, or to somebody else, not just them, I think the dream is stronger, bigger.
Yeah.
People take it more seriously. So when I started, I created the vision board, like, of course, all of us, I hope, have the lifestyle we want to have everywhere, hopefully, on the wall. I created affirmation audio message after about 2-3 months in a business, because around that time, there was a video from Trish, how she's telling daily affirmation. That time I was director 300, maybe. And I was thinking, if #1 income earner in the world, experienced network marketer who achieved pretty much everything possible in ASEA is still doing daily affirmation, maybe it's a good idea for me to do it as well. So I was just lazy to do it everyday upload. So I recorded a voice message with the background music. And that's one of the secret, now is not secret anymore because I tell publicly. But this is one of the things I tell to my team, guys, you have to believe it's possible for you. You must want the success badly, and you must find a way how you're going to motivate yourself every day and how you're going to change your identity. Because for many years you have lived certain way, and now you are supposed to believe in yourself and everything, and you will be put down by people you will talk to. So you need to bring yourself up every day. So I recorded 30 minutes. I was listening every day going to work and from the work. So 1 hour affirmation. That time I say, I am triple diamond, member of $1 Million Club. I have young, beautiful, loving wife. I was single guy at the time. I said, I'm gonna travel Bora Bora, Bali, Maldives, Malaysia. And that was around maybe April or May 2019. And November 2019, I end up in Malaysia. So what I recorded in that affirmation audio message without knowing it, actually things start happening. Then diamond next year and everything. So this is very powerful. And one more thing what I did, and this is part of belong, right? We are saying believe, belong, become. So I printed all the top leaders in my living room and I put on the wall, and I printed myself and I put myself there on the wall in between them. So I was pretending already I'm part of this club, although I was there 300. So this brings the level of belief for me. And I remember, because I could tell many things, every ASEA leader, triple diamond and above has inspired me. So I even, under their picture, somebody called me. Under the picture, I had the quotes or something inspirational, which is typically for them. So then I kind of felt like I'm getting power from all these leaders.
So
this
you
is
had like a clear vision for yourself and where you want to see yourself, and you visualized it, so you do not lose track, right?
Yeah. The things I recorded in affirmation audio message that time, maybe 20%, I believe it's possible for me. Because when you are director 300 and you record member of $1 Million Club and triple diamond, which didn't come through yet, but I'm kind of on the way. I believe maybe 20%, but listening every day for 3 months, because I needed to go to my work and back from work. In 3 months, I knew it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I had unshakable belief.
Mhm.
And then because my progress in building the business first few months was quite slow, so I did something maybe a bit crazy. I went to bank and I borrowed that time about 20,000 euros with the fee to pay back to the bank. So I was thinking if I borrow this kind of money while I'm still employed, so the bank gonna give me loan, then I can start doing ASEA full time. I don't have to build it just evenings and weekends. I can do it all the time. So that was enough for my 1 year living. And I was thinking, well, for sure, in 1 year, something must happen that the business will grow, that I will be able to live from the income from ASEA. And that was August 2019. So that was after 6 months in a business when I was doing part-time for 6 months. And then September 2019 was Las Vegas conference. So I'm very happy I went there because that really changed my life. And then they announced Malaysia gonna open. So this is how I end up in Malaysia because I saw the statistics, 13% of people involved in network marketing in Malaysia. So I was thinking they are probably waiting there for me to go there and tell them they just need to know about good company. And I was expecting they're gonna join, like chasing me to sign up. Of course, that didn't happen. I had to be active. But that's how I end up in Malaysia because September in America they announced the opening market, and 6 weeks later I was already here.
You immediately
So
jumped in, basically.
so from America I already called my roommate I live with in Prague. I said, you will have to find your roommate to share the rent. I'm moving to Malaysia. He didn't understand what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think in August 2020, you already developed to double diamond, right? So you took up very, very quickly. And also part of your team is part of one of our fastest growing markets, which is Czechia. So you moved to Malaysia. You have let's say this challenge. You have different teams in different time zones. You're also facing a new culture. Tell us a little bit about how you build this team, working with people in different time zones, different cultures. Also interestingly to know, like how do you like how do you onboard these people, right? How do you cultivate Director 300 legs? And I do assume you also work a lot, of course, online because that's the best way to connect, especially when you have such a team. Tell us a little bit about this and also how you manage your time, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
I learned from Dennis. She says, think globally but build locally. So when I came to Malaysia, actually I didn't have any team in Europe. Just few people who eventually quit. So I was just building in Malaysia for first 2 years. So I went double diamond with the Asian team, Malaysia, Singapore, and other countries. And then I saw some features that the market is a bit slowing, maybe 1.5, 2 years ago. So I was thinking, okay, let's start building back to Czech because I probably gonna live in Europe the rest of my life. So it's not that I was start building business globally right from the beginning and be all over the places. I came here, I just worked with the local people here. I could meet them in person because many of them were from Kuala Lumpur, the capital city. Just after I was already double diamond, I started building back in Europe. So, now managing time is easy. I promise to everybody once you get to diamond or even lower rank where this gonna become your primary source of income and you don't have to wake up to go to job anymore, the managing your time will be super easy. The most challenging is at the beginning where you are on the way to get there to make this primary source of income. But once you then it's easy. The only challenging now is midnight. Tomorrow I have training for Czech team, which is 8:30 p.m. So that's 3:30 in the morning here in Malaysia. So I go to sleep usually midnight and wake up 3 hours later. And I've been doing this for maybe 2 years. So this is the only when it comes managing time challenging. But I want to tell you a story. About 1.5 years ago, Alan Noble was invited to be a guest speaker for ASEA Malaysia and Singapore. It was about 8 p.m. here, so it was about 6 morning in America. So he probably had to wake up at 5. And that day he had birthday.
Mhm.
And I was so impressed, not just that US leaders are willing to wake up that early, but even on their birthday, the level of commitment. So this was very inspiring. So I'm totally not complaining that I have to wake up 3 in the morning. I'm happy to do it for the Czech team, because there are other leaders who do it for their birthday, who are top leaders. Chris Gallo, thank you, Chris, if you will be watching this. He was waking up at the sponsorship line in America for many months to give consultation to my team here. And he was waking up so early in the morning. So yeah, the ASEA leaders are amazing. And then, of course, to find the time for this business, because some people, I think before they sign up ASEA, they somehow use their free time in the evening, and mostly it's maybe television. I might be wrong, but I assume it might be a big part of it. So when people do the easy choices in life, which is relax and watch TV, it produces hard life. So when we do the challenging choices, do something new, stepping outside of our comfort zone, it's gonna produce the easy life. So the choice is up to everybody, but this is what I would suggest, to do something challenging, even it might be time consuming, time challenging, but it's gonna produce the life you want. So 1-2 hours daily, I tell my team, is the minimum after work, and of course the weekends. And then the mentality of what is the maximum I can give it, not the mentality, what is the minimum, how many minimum people I have to enroll to go to bronze or silver, what is the minimum I work to qualify somewhere or to earn something, what is the maximum I can give it? Because if I have big dreams, then I want to give it all I have, the maximum. And then the other thing, if people knew that a few years from now they can work twice, 3 times less than currently, because if people work 8 hours a job and 2 hours ASEA business in the evening, it's 10 hours a day. But few hours from now, for few years from now, you can work twice less, 3 times less. You can work 5 hours or 3-4 hours a day just on your ASEA business, but you can be making 3 times, 5 times, 10 times more.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. It is worth it. It's working hard for a few years, what most people not willing to do. Not in ASEA. In ASEA, people willing to do it, but the people we are yet to educate about what is the entrepreneurship. So they are not willing to do it, to do for a few years, but we are doing it. So then for the rest of the life, we can live the life other cannot.
Yeah.
So this is
When you like, so you when you onboard somebody, how do you bring them closer, for example, also to the compensation plan, understanding why you need the director 300? Like, what is your practical tip in this in this topic?
yeah. When somebody asks me about compensation plan, usually I give it to them, of course, the video. I even did a dubbing into the Czech language. Of course, I give it them the compensation plan. But I tell them the size of this opportunity is not because of just the compensation plan, which compensation plan is great. But the big opportunity is because of the technology that this category creator, like where everybody else have the light bulb, we have the electricity which turn on the light. So when people understand the technology, that it has zero competition, the biggest health breakthrough, transformational technology, whatever compensation plan is there, it's gonna be huge opportunity and it's gonna be very, very profitable. So this is one thing. The other thing, I'm sharing with them the video from Alan Noble, 5P, how to choose a right network marketing company. Please put on YouTube if you don't know this. So it was great topic. He was sharing a few years ago in his living room. He was recording. So I ask people to watch this first before they go into the details how the compensation plan works.
Yeah.
And then what I teach people at the beginning, first thing they need to believe is possible for them. The success is possible. Second thing, they have to really want it badly. And when I came to Malaysia, I had this old phone. Now I have newer phone. And then here is how badly you want it. So every time I turn on in the morning when I wake up, the first thing what I saw was how badly you want it. So that super motivated me that time. Then of course, build this business regularly, the consistency. I used to do with the previous company. the system start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, because I get emotionally hurt. So then I took break for a few months. Then I was motivated. I started, met few people, get hurt, stop, maybe start 1 year later. And like this, I wasted 10 years. So once you start, please don't stop. Of course, if something is happening in family challenging, of course, you have to solve it, but that's not gonna stop you fully. You just slow down for a week, but please don't stop. So do this consistently. Not having a trial mindset, let's try and see, but having a mindset, I'm gonna succeed. I'm gonna learn it as a profession. So do it as a profession. Of course, giving people a realistic time expectation that they're not gonna get rich overnight and not gonna create empire overnight. It's a process. So the more we develop ourselves, that's probably the faster the business will grow as well. And then it's a team sport. So please don't do it alone. Please use the sponsorship line. When it comes to Directors 300, I have just a few pictures here if I can share.
Yeah, of course you can share. Wait, let
Thank
me
you.
unshare.
This, I see the big picture. It was my previous beard style. I have to provide ASEA a new picture. That was a couple years ago. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
So the question, when it comes to Director 300, where do you want to live? And then, of course, the house might look like this. It might look like this. It might look like this. But any house you want to have or any level of success you want to have in this business, how you build it is you need to put brick by brick by brick. So that's the difference between a small house and a big house is how many bricks you're gonna put there. So it might be overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me at the beginning to imagine the diamond level for someone who just signed up first 2 people. But then actually learning about this, hey, if you can sign up 2, 3, 4 people, you're eventually gonna become Director 300. And then you can help some more people to become Director 300. And then you're just gonna keep repeating it. So that's the way you get to Diamond and then Ambassador Diamond and eventually Presidential. So just simplicity. I know Trish was doing the training yesterday about the simplicity, the topic. So when, of course, we're not gonna know everything from the beginning how to go diamond, but we understand this picture of building the bricks.
Yeah.
So it's up to you which house you're gonna live in.
Okay. Thank you so much, Martin. Thanks for sharing. And if there is one final thing that you would give as a tip, maybe it could be something in terms of mindset, in terms of what you practice. You have already given a lot of practical tips and advice, especially when it comes to also affirmations, and how to keep motivated. Is there something else that you would want to share for everybody who would love to be on that level, want to become a leader? Is there any practical tip from your perspective that you would like to add?
Yes, thank you. I actually prepare something when it comes to leadership.
Yes.
This is very nice picture what leadership really means. Loyalty, empathy, accountability, duty, determination, energy, encouragement, respect, selflessness, honorable, humble, integrity, passion, and pride in work. And of course, we as leaders, we encourage other people, empower people, produce more leaders. I learn a lot from Christina Williams as well. She wrote an amazing book. And one of the things she says there is don't worry about leading others, lead yourself first.
Yes.
Again, how not to be overwhelmed at the beginning, just do the best you can. And if you did the best, is good enough. If you did the best, if you're leading yourself, it all comes to attitude. I'm really watching leaders, how they talk, think, speak, dress up, everything from the beginning, because I had them on my wall in the living room. So I was really like studying them. So then people get influenced in a positive way. Take ownership and responsibility for the market, Czech and Slovak, where I'm building primarily currently. Then there were materials, but not all the materials we needed. So I knew if I want to grow the market, it's a good idea to create some tools. And then a leadership is a choice, is not a rank. So even people who sign up few people, in my team, they are or in your teams, they are great leaders. They don't have that big rank yet, but they already are great leaders. So don't think that you are a leader only after you have a big team. You can be leader with a very small team with a very few people. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the language of the leader. Always compliment people publicly, but you know, if you have something not positive or something you want to give a feedback which people in your team need, give it privately, not in front of other people. And the sandwich method, this is amazing thing that people, you always finish that conversation with something positive again. I use a lot the questions like, may I ask you, when I send a person a video, may I ask, have you managed to watch the video already? Not like, did you watch it? It's just, may I ask, very, very polite, can I recommend? I used to have the upline in my previous company when I was 19 and he was about 60. And in that company, he was one of the most successful in Czech. So he could be between my father and my grandfather, the age difference. And he always said, Martin, may I recommend something? He didn't start recommending the thing right away. He took my permission, may I recommend you something? And I was, yes, I'm listening. My ears went so close to him to hear every word. So I really use this, may I recommend? Can I suggest if I were you? This is great words, great phrases, because then we give people, show people respect. Because this is leadership, this is not a managing people. We are not in a corporate, so we want to inspire people. Another example, we have consultation in Czech team every weekend, and because the time difference, I usually ask some of my leader if they can remind in the group that we will have consultation. And of course, I could text them, announce we have consultation tomorrow, which is not polite. I can text them, announce please. But it's still imperative, just with please, but it's still imperative. So I say, can you please announce? So if I want people something to do, I just ask them the question, not telling them do it, but can you please do this and this? Don't complain in front of your downlines, also a very good thing. When you are leader, maybe director 700 or bronze, and maybe you have a group with your team. If you don't know something, go to upline, ask about it. Don't post in your group with your downlines the questions, because you show them you don't know. So this is a few things.
Yeah, thank you so much, Martin. Thank you for sharing. And I really liked what you mentioned also, that you said, you know, you have to lead yourself first, because then it's also, it comes from within, it's more authentic, which is also part of our ethos, right? The belief. And the more authentic you are, the more connect, the more you can make other people belong, feel belong. And also I like that you went very much into, you know, how to talk to people. These are little sensitive things, but they are so important because they make us more connected and it shows appreciation towards the other person. Thank you so much for sharing this. It was very lovely having you today.
Thank you.
And of course, Martin, feel free to stay in the call. I know it's very late in Malaysia.
I'm staying definitely, of course.
But of course, you can stay and yeah, still listen to our call. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
One more thing, can I say?
Yes.
Guys, my vision, my belief for ASEA, I believe the Director 300, what we were talking about a little bit, in the diamond level in the future will be as common as today is Director 300. So when we look at Director 300 around the world, probably it's already thousands of people. In the future, that's diamond gonna be very common thing like today Director 300. So go big, you can achieve everything you want in your life. This is my final thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So let's, it was so great to have Martin here and to have him share his experience. And we were just talking about, or he just mentioned the Director 300, and this is actually where I also want to go next. You already know that we have our Rise to the Rank incentive going on, and this is especially a great incentive for everybody who is rank advancing to those ranks of Director 300 and or Director 700. And I would like to repeat a little bit the core elements of this rise to the rank incentive, but more importantly, I also want to share some tools. I would like to encourage you to use those tools to make those people who are eligible aware about the incentives, and yes, so that you know also how to use them. So this rise to the rank incentive is beneficial for everybody who is advancing to the Director 300 and or Director 700 rank for the very first time during the 24th of February and the 24th of May. And of course, also for everybody who is just about to join within this period of time and is of course also meeting those criteria and advancing to Director 300 or Director 700 within this given time. We have already made, or we have also made those eligible who already rank advanced for the first time to Director 300 and or Director 700 between the 30th of December 2023 and the 23rd of February 2024. So these are already eligible to earn the double bonuses. So when you rank advanced for the very first time to Director 300 and or Director 700, within this given time frame, you are able to earn double fast start bonus on every new associate's enrollment order, and also the double customer bonuses on retail and preferred customers' initial orders, and this for up to 8 commission weeks post your rank advancement. So how does it work? What does that look like in practice? Let me give you some scenarios. If someone ranks up to Director 300 or Director 700 for the very first time, they will have the chance to receive these double bonuses for 4 weeks. This is when you first time achieve Director 300 or first time achieve Director 700. If within the given qualification period, you manage to achieve Director 300 for the first time and then later Director 700 for the very first time, you are able to earn these double bonuses up to 8 weeks. And if you just, let's say you have been director and you just jump over the rank of Director 300 and immediately go to Director 700, you are also eligible to earn double bonuses for up to 8 weeks. What I would love to highlight a little bit is the tools that we have also in the virtual office. So what you see here is the banner that we have provided. This banner is visible to every associate in the virtual office. So it doesn't matter if you're at a lower rank or if you're already in executive rank, this banner is visible for everybody. And when you click on Learn More, not only can you find a part where you can read through all the promotion details and inform yourself, but you also have a team report. And this is especially helpful for everybody who has already a bigger team. And it is very easy with this report to identify and to see who in my team is actually already eligible to earn these double bonuses. So what it gives you is a so-called team report where you see the name of the associate. I have marked that here in gray out of data protection because this is an actual example. You see which rank they achieved, when they achieved this rank, and how many weeks they can still earn these double bonuses. So what you can do basically afterwards is let your people know, is let your team members know, look, you are eligible for these double bonuses. Please don't miss out. This is a good chance to make some extra money, right? So this is definitely the team report that I would love you to be aware of and also to use, especially if you already have a bigger team in your group, because it really gives you a nice overview of where your team is standing. Then we have the widget in the virtual office, which is the green one that you see here. This widget is visible to everybody who has achieved for the very first time Director 300 or Director 700. If you have already achieved Director 700 in the past, you will not see this because you would not be eligible for this incentive anymore. But this widget is visible to everybody who has just reached these lower ranks, Director 300 or Director 700, or even to those who are at a director level and can still basically manage to reach these ranks. So what you see here is on the left side, this is where you see the number 2. This will give you an insight how many qualified associate enrollments you already had. It will also show you how many preferred customers orders you already had that are qualified for this, and of course also retail customer first orders. And it will also give you the weeks that you have left to earn these double bonuses, as you can see here in the right. Right, so this gives you a really nice overview to see where you stand and how many weeks you have left available to make use of this incentive. Okay, and now after having talked about the rise to the rank once more and the tools that you can use with it, you all know that next week we have Easter time, and of course we have something in place for you that I would love to announce today. We have in place a spring promotion Europe-wide, and what you can get with it is a free Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel. So let me tell you a little bit more about the mechanics of this promotion. So the promotion will start tomorrow, 21st of March to the 25th of March. So it's 5 full days. And it targets, of course, the enrollments of new associates, preferred, as well as retail customers. And the criteria is that you can get a Renew 28 at an enrollment, or your new associate can get this free product if you enroll them of at least 130 PV or higher. This refers to associates or retail customers, and for preferred customers, if you enroll them at 65 plus PV. So this is important to know. This is our Easter spring promotion. Everybody who is enrolled with at least 130 PV plus will get an additional Renew 28 on top. The communication, of course, will go out tomorrow so that everyone is informed, and you can read through all the details of this promotion through this communication. Then, of course, what else I would like to talk about, we are coming closer to the end of our qualification period for the Ascend 2024. You all know we will go to Chania in Crete this year from the 13th to the 16th of June. And I would love to let you know who has already been qualified. We have 106 qualifiers in total, and I would love to show you the people that have qualified for the first prize package. In total, we have 11 people. These are the names that you can see here. This is amazing because we have 11 Hello, everybody, and I am super sorry, but my computer just had the idea to restart itself, and I hope we didn't lose too many people. I'm so sorry. But we are back on track, and I will, of course, continue with my presentation. We were just talking about the qualifiers of the Ascent, and yes, I will go back into my presentation straight away. I hope we didn't lose too many people. But yes, we are back on track. These are our first prize qualifiers of the Ascent. Congratulations very much. We are looking forward to meet you there. Then we have our second prize qualifiers, so 6 people. And of course, it is still possible for those who are, let's say, at a second prize or a third prize or a fourth prize to still rank up to another prize level. But so far, also congratulations to those who are currently at the second prize level. These are our third prize qualifiers. We have 14 in total. Also, congratulations to those. And of course, we have a long list of fourth prize qualifiers, 75 in total so far. And we still have this week to qualify. So especially to those who are shortly before a fourth prize level. Let's say you need 8 points to qualify for the fourth prize, but you have 7 points currently. Please take a look at your widget, at the leaderboard that we have provided in the virtual office, and maybe look into, can you maybe still manage to qualify by the end of this week to still participate and join the fourth prize level. What I would also like to mention at this point, I'm letting this slide a little bit longer open because there is so many names. What I would like to mention, by midst of next week, we will have the final participants or the final qualifiers of the Ascent. What you will get afterwards, let's say around end of March, beginning of April, is a registration email. So you will be provided with a link, because even though you are qualified, we of course need to know for sure whether you will participate in our Ascent in Crete. And just one very final info, like I already mentioned, to those of you who maybe are having 7 points right now, so you are very shortly before reaching that fourth prize level. Take a look at the widget in the virtual office of where you are now. You can see your PGB3 here. You can see the rank points that you are currently at. And please take a look what you would still need to make it to the fourth prize level. I know we do not have so much time anymore left, and this refers, of course, to those who are very shortly before reaching the fourth prize level, but maybe there is still something in for you, and make sure you check where you are currently standing within the qualification period. We, of course, as a team, the European team, we are all looking forward to seeing hopefully all of the qualifiers in Crete. We had an amazing time last year in Dubrovnik, and we are very looking forward, because for us it's also a great way to reunite on a European level with all of the business partners that are joining this incentive. And one very final topic that I would like to highlight is that as of next week, we are having a training, and our guest speaker will be Hunter Dean. He's our special guest. Probably all of you know him. He is our Senior Vice President of Production Operations, and he will talk about what he knows best, which is redox. And he will also provide some current updates on our international studies. So this is a really interesting training. I'm very looking forward to it, because Hunter is a great speaker and has a great knowledge. And this training will be hosted by my colleague, Natalia Serebriakova. She will do this together with Hunter. And we also provide translations into Hungarian as well as into Spanish. So please remember the 27th of March. We will, of course, promote this training on Facebook. You will find the link there. We will communicate it also in our WhatsApp channels. And of course, you will also see the link to this training in the virtual office. All right, and that's it from me. I hope I could give you some new updates, some interesting updates. I think there is a lot of things still going on that you can really use beneficially for your business and for those in your for your business partners as well. Our next call will be on the 17th of April. And of course, we are looking forward to seeing you there again, hopefully with less technical issues this time. I'm really sorry for having had these little complications today. Thank you so much for our speakers, to Martin, and of course also to Gergely. I know you are doing a great job in translating these calls. Thank you so much for being there, and see you all in the next 4 weeks. Have a lovely evening. Bye.